Hey, it's Philip here, and in my Digital Spark today, I'm going to give you 4 prompting techniques that you can try out for yourself when you're doing prompts with ChatGPT or any of the LLMs. The first one is called few-shot prompting. And very simply what this is that when you've done your prompt, you want to upload some examples of the type of output that you're looking to create. So say, for example, you're trying to create a certain type of image. Well, maybe you have images created in a similar style that you can upload by way of reference. By adding the examples, it really elevates your prompt and the output will be much better. The next one is called chain of thought prompting. Now, this one tends to be great when you're looking for a real logical process, great for things potentially like maybe strategy. I've used this one myself when I'm creating images, but in effect, what you're doing is you're asking ChatGPT, you're asking the LLM to step-by-step show you its thought process, its reasoning as to how it actually went through various steps to get to the final answer. So this one I use when I'm creating images sometimes. I'll get ChatGPT to actually step-by-step break down how it came up with concepts, how it actually took what I was looking for and broke it down by way of tone of voice, look, realism, etc. So a very interesting prompting technique to try. The next one, which is a particular favorite of mine, is called ask before answering. So when you've created your prompt, you've given it the role, the context, the challenge, what you're looking as an output. Before you actually hit enter, you want to just put in a final statement, ask me any clarifying questions. Because by asking ChatGPT to ask you questions, it will invariably come back to you with a list of questions that it needs answers to that you were quite surprised. And ultimately, by then you going back and answering these clarifying questions, your prompt is further elevated, which means that your output is going to be way better. So the final prompt framework I want to share today is called reverse prompt engineering. And here you're starting with the end goal in mind and working backwards. Now, one caveat, you don't want to use this method to copy or try and take someone else's creative license and retake it and use it for yourself. That's not what this is about. It's to enable you to try and learn maybe how potentially someone achieved something that you ultimately are trying to achieve, but it's not about kind of taking someone else's creative and just using it for yourself. So the best way to explain reverse prompt engineering is, let's just say, for example, you've come across a public case study. Maybe it's in the e-commerce space, and the case study outlines how this particular e-commerce brand achieved the results that they did, how they got customers engaged, how they increased sales, etc. What you could do is, if you wanted, you could reverse prompt engineer this by uploading that case study to ChatGPT and ask it to review, analyze the case study, and to come back to you with the prompts that you would need to input back into ChatGPT to create a business strategy that could help you achieve similar engagement or potential kind of results like the case study. So this is a very interesting one from a prompting point, whereby you are potentially learning as well how to better prompt, because ChatGPT is essentially telling you how it should be prompted. So this type of learning you can kind of bring into other prompts for other areas of your business that you're trying to look at. So I hope you found these 4 prompting frameworks useful. Definitely check them out. And definitely, if you missed my last video where I went through my own prompting framework, which I've called SCORE, you can potentially within that framework use some of these prompting methods to great effect. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely stay tuned. I will be back with more Digital Sparks very soon. And if you want to see all of my content, check out my website, philiptwyford.com. And until next time, take care.